Hello and welcome back to Yoga with Lena. Today I have a very gentle and nice Yin Yoga sequence for you. In Yin Yoga we are holding the poses a bit longer, about 3 minutes, so make yourself comfortable, put on a long sweater, some nice socks. Also have a blanket ready for the end, for Shavasana, for our end relaxation. And if you have a block or a big book works as well, that would be great. So as soon as you have everything together, we're gonna start on the floor laying. One of my favorite poses, just starting in Shavasana in the beginning of the practice. So roll down on your mat, bring one leg out and the other one as well. Bring your hands behind your head, your toes pointing outwards. Close your eyes. And now we are just laying on the ground, imagining that we are laying at the beach or in the grass, feeling the weight of our body on the ground. Find your first relaxation here. Take a couple of deep breaths. And try to get into the rhythm of practicing Yin Yoga now. You bring out the hands to the side. And now we lift both arms to the center. And we give each other, we give ourselves a little hug. Feel your shoulder blades, how they're opening in the back. Your eyes can still be closed. Breathe in and out through the nose. Your belly is soft. Open your eyes and your arms back to the side. And then pull your legs towards you. Press your feet into the mat. When you are more or less in the middle of your mat, bring your lower part of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, which is the laying butterfly. Just try to keep the legs as much away from your pelvis as you need. Your knees don't need to be on the ground. You can even put something underneath your knees if you don't have anything at the moment. You can bring your hands together like this, and then you put them under your legs as a little support in the beginning. Close your eyes here again. Make yourself comfortable. We are gonna stay in Supta Baddha Konasana for about 3 minutes. Your breath is flowing naturally. You might feel some tension in the area of your hips. Try to feel always the own limits of your body and don't force yourself into any of those poses. Just listen to your body, get your feeling, get a feel for it, follow your intuition as well. If you need to adjust any of the poses in between, because it might feel uncomfortable, just go ahead and adjust it at any time. Your belly is soft and you feel it lifting up and down with each breath. Your shoulders are relaxed and your head as well. In case your eyes were closed, open them softly again. And now take a few more breaths before we slowly getting out of Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands out in case they were below your legs. Bring your hands in the region of your knees and help your knees come up to center again. Bring your knees in kind of X position together. Your hand, one on the belly, another on the region of your heart. And feel what this asana did to you and how your body feels in that moment. Nice. Bring one leg after another out again. Make yourself long and tall. You can stretch it out as well. Bring your hands behind you. And then bring your hands next to you again. And for Bananasana, you bring your legs together. You try to make sure that your hips are staying straight. And then you walk your legs outward of your mat, step by step. Bring your left leg above of your right leg. And your hips are still both sides staying grounded. So now you're moving with your upper body in the same direction so that you're making kind of the shape like a banana. You bring your hands behind you together and you grab with your right hand your left wrist and pull yourself a little bit more out. Just as far as it's still comfortable for you. You should feel a nice stretch in the entire side of your left body. All the way down over your arm, the side of your body, your leg. In case the stretch gets less over time, that happens quite easily in this pose, you can go a bit deeper into the pose by moving your upper body or your legs a bit more to the right side. But really, don't force yourself into anything. Keep it easy here and be gentle to yourself. Yin Yoga is also about letting go and acceptance. It's not a race about going faster and deeper. Just enjoy this time for yourself. Take these last moments here before we slowly get out of the asana again. Go with your upper body back to center and bring your legs also back to center. Stay in center for a second before we swap over to the other side. So let's continue with the other side. Move your legs all the way out of the mat towards your left. Bring your right leg over the left one this time. Make sure that your hip stays grounded. And then turn all the way with your upper body. Go as deep as you want to in this moment. Each side also feels different. Our sides are never the same. The right part of the body and the left part of the body. So there might be the possibility then that in one side it felt a bit easier or more comfortable. Just take it as it is. Accept it and go with it. You also feel a nice stretch here in your entire right side of your body, all the way through your arm, the right side, your leg. In case your eyes were closed, open them again. Come back to center. Bring your arms next to you. And then if you want to make circles with your legs, stretch yourself out and do the movement which feels good for you in that moment. You might want to pull your knees towards you as well and draw circles either together, the other way around, or to make like kind of a swimmer. And then stretch your legs out again. Bring up one of your arms, doesn't matter, and then come over one side into laying. We're gonna lay on our belly, and we are gonna come into Sphinx pose. For the Sphinx pose, you can also, just gonna take my block in a moment. For the Sphinx pose, if you have a block ready or a big book, you can bring it in front of you, and then if you want to, you can bring your forehead on the block. Let me show you. So we are going back into Sphinx pose. For Sphinx pose, if you're starting on the ground, if you're laying, come all the way to the ground for a second. Forehead on your hands. Then you come up. Your elbows are in one line with your shoulders. You can measure the distance with your arms. Your pelvis is pressing into the mat a little bit. Your feet, they are hip wide apart. If you want, the outside is drawing outwards a bit, and your chest is opening to the front. Your fingers are open wide. If you want, you can take now the yoga block or a book if you have to and if it's comfortable, and you can bring your forehead onto the block. It makes the asana less deep. And it's a very nice chest opener. Your face is relaxed, as well as your neck and your shoulders. Slowly put the block aside in case you used one. And then Come all the way down to the mat, elbows draw outwards, bring your forehead back to the ground. Curl your toes under and then lift yourself up and back into child pose. One of my favorite asanas for sure. Relax your lower back. If you want, you can also bring your arms next to you. Massage your forehead a bit by rolling from one side to another. Come all the way up into sitting position. And now we're gonna go into Anahata asana, which is a heart opening position and quite deep, quite intense. So if you don't know the asana, you can always just watch me going first in the asana and then continue yourself. So we're gonna go into tabletop position. For tabletop, make sure that your feet are a little bit more wide apart than usual. Your knees in one line with your hips and your wrists are in one line under your shoulder. So Anahata asana, you basically walk your hands up front while diving forward and down. So your heart is going down towards the ground. Your pelvis stays in the same position as now, so you're not moving backwards, or frontwards, you're just gonna stay how you are in this moment. So slowly walk your arms forward while coming down with your upper body, and then feel where it's enough for you. You either might want to stay on your elbows, don't want to go that deep. Other than that, you can also go a bit deeper and bring your forehead all the way down to the ground. But just really go as deep as you want to and as it feels good for you. You can also activate your center just a tiny bit in case you have the feeling that you're going too much into a hollow back. Your feet are staying grounded. And your ribs are not popping out too much. In case you would like to adjust the pose in between, go ahead and do that. Slowly come out of the pose. This is sometimes more difficult. Just walk your arms towards you. Come on your hands. Get your back into tabletop position, and from tabletop bring your big toes together and bring yourself backwards into child pose. Arms next to your body. Forehead on the ground. We've already done child pose before, but this time we're gonna stay 3 minutes here. Your belly is relaxed,
Your shoulders are relaxed. You might notice that your shoulders draw a little bit further out and towards the ground. Slowly bring your arms next to you and then roll it up into sitting position. Bring your hands in front of you, shoulder blades draw backwards, and sit here for a second. Come over one side, and then we are rolling all the way down, and there's only gonna be one last pose before Shavasana, so you might want to take your blanket a little bit closer to you, that you don't need to stand up anymore for your Shavasana. So you roll down very slowly. And then we are bringing up one leg after another into the air. Do some circles here. And also bring your arms up. Find some relaxation here. Few more circles, and bring your knees towards you. Make yourself really small, and then let your feet draw outwards along the mat for Shavasana. Take your blanket, make yourself comfortable. And then enjoy your Shavasana, your end relaxation. Feet are hip width apart. You feel the weight of your body on the ground. Your shoulder blades are relaxed. Your neck is relaxed and your face. Let go. Slowly start to move your toes and your feet, so as your fingers, your hands roll over one side, or before you can stretch yourself. Then roll on one side. Come up slowly into a sitting position. Find a nice comfortable seat. Bring your hands either in front of you or on your feet. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this Yin Yoga session. Have a nice evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you did this Yin Yoga session. Bye bye.